That was her last time.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, talk about the win. First home win. Nice game. Competitive. Everybody was back and forth. Just talk about the win.
That's an arena football game at its finest. The game's always going to come down to the last possession, most likely. Two teams fighting, scratching, clawing for victory. Really glad that we were able to get a win at home for the city of Baltimore. It's very important for us, and what we're trying to build is to have some success at home. It was a very entertaining game from a fan perspective, I'm sure. Nerve-wracking at points, but we made enough plays to win, but we made a lot of mistakes. We got off to a slow start, getting stopped on the second drive. Wasn't happy about that. Our penalties, we got to clean some stuff up. But I was glad that we were able to pull it out with our defense on the field. We needed a good defensive effort from our squad, and it happened.
And just talk about the crowd. It's getting bigger all the time because the last game the Orioles were just down the street tonight. Yeah. You guys are the only thing in town, so it's pretty good. The crowd's getting bigger.
Yeah, and I think hopefully the more we win, the more people will come. And that's the thing. We got to get the Baltimore Brigade name out there. Arena football is here in Baltimore, and it's a good show. It's entertaining. It's cost effective. It's a good night out for the family. And my thought is, if we keep winning, more people will come.
Talk about the development of your young quarterback, Shane Carter.
Man, he took some shots. He's coming along slowly, but he's a playmaker. He's making plays for us. We don't win. We don't win tonight if he doesn't do some of the things that he did. But he still has to come to work every day and work on getting better. But I think we got a good young quarterback to build around.
Talk about the new acquisition, new wide receiver Thompson from Miami. He came from the same team, Cleveland. Your new wide receiver.
He wasn't here today. He's not here. Yeah, he didn't show up. He's got some family issues, so he's back in Florida.
Okay. And let's talk about your fullback. It seems like it's always good to have a big fullback guy.
Yeah, he's in this game. It's important that you have a guy that can block because there's so much passing. And if you can have a guy that can run a little bit, it helps you. Allows you to keep defenses off balance. So we have one of the better fullbacks in our organization.
I think they covered everything.
Okay.
You played against Spokane a little bit. Doesn't the crowd remind you a little bit of the old Spokane crowds? Smaller arena, loud, intimate.
Once we pack it up a little bit more, then it can be comparable to Spokane. I mean, that place up there was second to none. So ideally, we keep doing what we're doing and get wins and pack this place, then it can be comparable.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Congratulations. Well, talk about the big home win for you guys tonight.
We needed it. We needed it desperately tonight. And, we kept fighting, and we've been in dogfights before, and we haven't been able to finish. And the whole thing this week was just got to finish. And, offense expecting to go back on the field to go win that game. We get a great return from Kendall. And, it was kind of like, all right, defense, this is your turn, this is your time. And they came up big for us.
Yeah, just talk about your looked like you had some Fran Tarkenton in you tonight, getting out of the pocket, trying to get around people, or Michael Vick, whatever.
I don't know quite Michael Vick. I don't got speed like that. But that's always kind of been a part of my game, and just kind of growing in this, kind of understanding when to do that, when to not. It's very tight. You can't really get away too far from those defensive linemen. So I'm kind of getting more comfortable with kind of getting that in my game here in the arena, and that will only help us.
Talk about the crowd, because the first game over here on the 7th, you had the Orioles down the street. Tonight, it looked like you're the only ticket in town. You got more people coming.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to help, when we're the only team, only any game plan. People love their football, and, we just got to get them to know, hey, I know NFL ain't for till fall, but we got a great team here that, at the end of the day, we got some great people on this team that you saw tonight. We're going to fight to the end to get a win.
How's the transition to arena back? You've been out there your whole life. How's it going inside?
I told someone this earlier today. Just fast. Everything's fast, right? You come in here, you have 2 weeks of camp to get used to it, and then getting used to it, everything just happens so much faster. You're working on the main field, and that's pretty fast. And you get the red zone, that's even faster. So you just got to speed everything up. And I think each week I've been able to do that. Unfortunately, I had the 2 interceptions tonight, and that's something I've really got to cut down on.
Talk about your wide receivers. They look like Cleveland guarded them better this week than the last game against Tampa. It looked like Tampa didn't know them all. Now it looks like everybody got film on the wide receivers.
Yeah, I think we're getting a little more respect for throwing the ball down the field. But at the end of the day, we still had a couple one-play drives with some big-time throws and some big-time catches. So we just gotta get our nice flow going, and people are going to start respecting our receivers.
Talk about that secondary a little bit. Obviously, a Hall of Fame middle guy and Rayshon Kaiser down there. And Kent's obviously a respected guy. How do you go against those two? You're a rookie still. How do you go against two Hall of Famers like that?
My rookie is over, man. It can't be a rookie anymore, right? You got to grow up fast. Another thing, you got to be fast in this league, right? So that's over for me. I don't consider myself a rookie. I got great respect for those guys. At the end of the day, I believe in myself. I believe in my receivers more than that. They're great players. They made some plays on me tonight. Kaiser had a good pick in the first drive. Like I said, he's a hell of a player, but I'll take my guys anytime.
Is it getting tougher each week because there's only 5 teams in this league besides us? 4.
Right.
And you play the same team every weekend. Is it getting tougher to get ready for the same team after you just saw them like a week ago? Or?
For us, it won't. We've had some losses. We want to get back with these guys, and right now there's been so many in and outs for teams, different guys playing. So this team was pretty different than who we played the first time, and so I think we'll continue to change in that way.
Yeah. And is it good to keep it going instead of having like a bye week? Now next week you go up and you go down to Tampa. Keep everything instead of having a bye week. It seems like you guys have a bye week play, week.
Yeah, it's tough. I kind of like staying in rhythm. Bye weeks are good to kind of get your body back, get a little rest. We'll have this next bye week after next game, another one short after, and then we'll finish the season with a bunch of games in a row, and I think that's when we'll start seeing us play our best ball.
Good to take a lot of shots downfield. We saw it tonight in the weeks past. Is that your decision? Is it in the offense? Just talk about that a little bit.
A lot of our players just have built-in deep balls, and it's there. We're going to take it. And we wanted to come out a little aggressive tonight, and kind of last couple of weeks we have, and our receivers been able to get open and make some plays down the field. I've been able to put some good balls out there. So that's definitely something we want to continue to do.
All right, guys. You got to go.
All right, man. Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Good luck.